Welcome back to the future, back in time. This time it's Marty's turn. Marty's sitting over here at Hill Valley High. We have everyone spread all over the board, but that's okay. Marty's got a lot of stuff he can do. And the first thing he's going to do is he has the mind reading helmet. It says, once on your turn, when you draw a movement card, draw two, choose one and discard the other. And we're going to see that come into effect, and he's going to flip it over immediately here because we're going to go to the turn tracker, and that's the first thing we do. So let's get to it. Alright, so on the turn tracker, we are going from this space to this one for Marty's turn. And as you can see, it is just a movement card. So he's going to be drawing two of them. And he gets to choose which one to use, and the other one gets discarded. So let's see what he's got for his choices. He has move George counterclockwise 2 spaces, move Lorraine clockwise 1. That's actually not bad. And his other choice is move George to George's house. Ooh, that gets him really far away from Biff, and then Biff activates once. This may be the one we want. Let's go back to the main board and we'll decide on which one of these to use. Alright, I've zoomed way out because we are going to go ahead and use this one. Move George to George's house. So George is way up here at the North Shops. I guess he's done looking for his cardigan. And he's going to come right down here to George's house with Doc Brown. And then Biff is going to activate once. Now, Biff is up here at the clock tower, and he's 1, 2, 3 spaces away from Lorraine, and he's 4 spaces away from George, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, so he's going to be going this way towards Lorraine. So he's going to activate once, and we'll move him to the school parking lot. And that's the activation, or the movement card for Marty's turn. And now Marty's sitting here. He can do Biff's homework. If he wants. He's got a lot of stuff though, so I kind of want to leave some of the opportunities on the board for either Jennifer, Einstein, or Doc Brown, because Marty's already got a full complement of tokens. If he gets any more, he's going to have to start discarding some of them. Alright, let's go to his player board, and we're going to decide what it is we want him to do. Alright, Marty is getting very determined to have Lorraine and George fall in love. So the first thing he's going to do is going to flip over this token for 3 movement. This one's already flipped because he used it as an assist. So let's go back to the board and have him move up to 3 spaces. Alright, so Marty's going to leave Hill Valley High. He's going to go over here to Doc Brown's house for 1 movement. And for 2, he's going to take Lorraine with him over here to George's house, which is awesome because now he has George and Lorraine together. And you know what that means. It's time to try a love challenge. So let's go back to Marty's player mat and see what he's going to do. And Doc can assist him as well, but I don't know. We'll think about that. Alright, I've kind of got Doc and Marty both together here in the picture. Don't forget, we also have the electric guitars. You can exhaust this to refresh up to 2 tokens. So Marty can also flip this over and refresh 2 of his tokens, which is awesome. So what's going to happen right now is we're going to have Marty, he's going to flip over the love die, 1 here, and he's going to flip over this one just using the 1 love die. So that's going to give him 2 of the love dice to roll. Now take a look here. Doc Brown is in the same space as Marty. Doc can actually use this token 1 wild equals 2 on one of Marty's roll dice because he can assist with his dice as well. So if we do get 1 wild, we want to of course crank the love meter up as high as possible. So let's get back to the board, roll those dice up, and if we need to, Doc can use that with Marty. Alright, the dice tray is in position. Let's not get Biff. We got 1 Biff. Okay, well, it is what it is. We also do have 1 wild. So what would happen here is we're going to have either the love tracker is going to move 1 space, or we can have Doc Brown assist flipping over his 1 token to make this a 2. We can move the love tracker 2 spaces. Biff is going to activate once. So I think we're going to flip Doc's token, and we're going to have him assist, because he's right here with Marty in that little love action. So let's go ahead and flip that over, and then we're going to go do the love tracker and then move Biff. And now I'm having second thoughts because I kind of wanted that to be used because I want Doc to try and get the hook. So you know we're not going to do this. I just want to come over here and show you that. So we're not actually going to do that. We're just going to go 1 on the love tracker and move Biff. So I just want to explain it because we want to have Doc next turn using his dice to try and get the hook, and this can possibly come in very handy for him. Alright, so we're not going to do that. back to the board. The love tracker, we're going to move it up 1. All right, we're going to move the love tracker from 7 to 8. Of course, we want to get it into the 13 and higher, 13, 14, 15 space, and it's not there yet. All right, we have to go move Biff now 1 as well. All right, well, Biff is way up here at the school parking lot. 1, 2, he's 3 away. He's going to be coming down to Hill Valley High School on his way to Lorraine and George. All right, that's going to be the end of those actions for Marty. Let's go back to his player mat and see what else we're going to do. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we are going to use the electric guitar, which basically says exhaust this item to refresh up to 2 power tokens. So he's going to exhaust this item. He's going to refresh the same 2 power tokens, I'm not going to flip them over, that he used to get the 2 love dice, which I do believe was those ones. And so there you have it. So we're going to go back and do another love challenge. So if you follow the logic, we flipped over 2 tokens and we're just flipping them back right now to do the same roll over again. Alright, let's get out the dice tray. And let's see if we can get a little bit better luck this time on the love dice. Alright, we got Biff up here, we got the DeLorean there, we got George, Lorraine, Marty, and Doctor. We don't want to see any Biffs. If we can help it... Ah, damn it, we got the same thing again. Well, I mean, we can see what's going on right here. And again, we're just going to have Biff move 1. He's getting awful close. And we're going so that's the Biff die. And we have 1 on the love tracker. Again, I don't think I'm going to use... We could re-roll that, keeping in mind, but we're not going to. We're going to cut our losses. Biff's already moved 2 spaces, didn't like that. Let's go to the love tracker and move it 1 more time. Alright, I thought we were going to have a little bit better luck than that, but we didn't. So we're going up 1 more space on the love track as I destroy the picture. And that's it. So we're sitting at 9, so not bad. Biff is getting awfully close, though, so we're going to have to think of some other activity for him to do. I think I know what we're going to do. So let's go back to Marty's player mat and have him do something else. Okay, so what we're going to do... Oh boy, what we're going to do, we're going to flip over the 1 courage die token for 3 movement. And I think we're going to have Marty... he can move George and Lorraine away if he wants to get away from Biff, or he can try to take Biff out. I think that's what he might want to do. Let's go and move Marty up to 3 spaces. Alright, so Marty is here, and he's going to move only 1 space over here to Biff. I'm going to try to do an intervention by trying to knock Biff on his backside. So how is he going to do that? Well, he's going to use courage dice. Let's go to his player mat and see what he's going to do there. Alright, well, Marty has this awesome roll 2 dice, 2 courage dice. So we're going to flip that token over, and he's going to use both of them and try and knock Biff down. So, with a fight challenge. Let's go and see. If he rolls a couple of Biffs, that's going to be an absolute mess. So let's go back to the board and hope for the best. Alright, Marty, this is your moment to shine. You need to knock Biff out. Hopefully, come on, let's see some good rolls. And you know what, we're going to take that. That's pretty good. He gets a wild and a courage. So that's going to count as 2. And with the 2, he's going to knock Biff down. And Biff's going to get a stun token put on him. So that's really awesome. And now we have to decide what we want to do. I think Marty's got... yeah, he's got another plan. Let's go back to his board. And I think it's really paying off early in the series to get as many of these tokens as you can possibly get. So he's going to flip over the 1 speed die, and he's going to use that. He's in a space with the DeLorean to try and move the DeLorean. So let's get to it. Alright, so Marty's going to roll out 1 die, and let's hope he can move the DeLorean. That would be good, and he gets, instead, a Biff. Damn it! He just knocked Biff down. Oh well. Off goes 1 stun token. Darn it, that was not what we wanted at all. Alright, let's go back to his player mat. I think to end off, we've got 1 more idea for him, I think. And of course, I should have explained the logic of why Marty was rolling that green die. It's because he has this. He could have turned a success into a wild, giving him a 4 out of whatever chance. So he's just going to use this to move 3 spaces, and that's going to be the end of his tokens. So let's go back to the board, have him move up to 3 spaces. Okay, so what I'm going to actually have Marty do, I'm going to have Marty move up to 3 spaces. He's going to go 1, 2, 3. He's going to move up to the clock tower. Why is he moving up to the clock tower? Because we have the hook there. And I want him on Doc's turn, which is going to be coming up next, to assist Doc up here. So that leaves Doc more tokens to do other things, if you kind of follow the logic. Because Marty's got the most tokens. He's actually good at assisting people because he's got 8 tokens and 2 special abilities. Alright, let's go back to Marty's board. I think that pretty much is going to end off his turn. We've got Biff only on his backside a little bit here. Darn it, we rolled that Biff. Well, you roll Biff on the dice, it's what happens. Alright, let's go back to Marty's board. We're going to be flipping everything back over. Alright, so here's Marty's player mat. Of course, what we do now is we flip everything over at the end of the turn, get them all set up for next time. Alright, so Marty's got everything flipped back over. His turn is finished, so I'm going to move the bead down to Doc so I know whose turn it is next, because I don't always film all of these things together. So anyway, back to the main board to wrap up our episode for today. Okay, so things could have gone a little bit better. We do have the gas can, we have the cables collected. I really want Doc to go and get the hook for the DeLorean, which is sitting here 1, 2, 3 spaces away from Doc's place. Not bad, we're getting about the halfway point of the game. I really want to get this DeLorean fixed and get it up to the road where it needs to be, and then we can really focus afterwards on getting Lorraine and George to fall in love, which takes us to the love tracker, which is sitting at +9, which is actually really good. But you know what? I've been pretty lucky so far with the Biff dice, but our luck can change horribly fast in this game because it's dice. And you know how well I can roll dice sometimes. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, your subscriptions, and likes. It really helps out my channel if you do those things. Appreciate it. And we'll see you tomorrow for the continuation of Back to the Future, Back in Time. We're going to have Doc Brown taking his turn, but you never know what the crafty Biff is going to be up to. He's a pretty nasty dude. And yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow for the continuation, Back to the Future, Back in Time.